I will call this meeting to order. Thank you everyone for being here this afternoon. Today is July the 8th, 2026, and it's 6 p.m. I will establish a quorum. Councilperson Dora Barrera is here. Councilperson Mario Morones is here. Councilperson Jake Lambert is on Zoom. Mayor Pro Tem Francis Flores is here. Councilperson Felix Cantu is here, and myself, Gloria Morales Cantu, Mayor of the City of Floresville. We will start with invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll move on from there. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, your wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Public comments. At this time, any person wishing to address the council regarding an item on the agenda may do so. Speakers are requested to state their names, address, for the record. Public comments are limited to 5 minutes per individual in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. The city council may not deliberate or take action on any matter that is not posted on the agenda. However, the council may direct staff to place the item on our future agenda for discussion or action if appropriate. Do I have any citizens' comments?
My name is Abiana, and I would like to discuss what I believe what y'all will be discussing.
Speaking to the
Okay,
people,
can
please.
you speak to it? And okay, please give me the item number.
Mayor, I didn't hear the person's name.
My name is Abiana Jaramillo, and I would like to discuss what I believe y'all will be discussing in executive session, item 11 tonight.
Ms. Monica, that's an executive session. It would be A1. Excuse me? I can,
She can speak to that item if there's deviation, then you can ask the resident to stop.
okay, go ahead.
I am here because I would like to address the former complaint and grievances I have filed against the Floresville
No,
Police
that's not
Department.
that's not part of the, that law enforcement. It's something else. It's not about that one.
The agenda states that public comment is being taken on items on the agenda, and speakers are limited to 5 minutes.
Do we go ahead or not?
No, ma'am, unless it is specific to item 11A1.
So, if ever you want to say something, you can put it on the, call our city secretary and put it on the agenda and we'll discuss.
I've emailed. I've called.
We haven't gotten anything to put on the agenda. We can't put something on the agenda.
I would like a response. I have not received any response from any of you in regards to what I would like to discuss on the agenda.
I can put it on the
If it's
the agenda for the next meeting in July, the 22nd. But I believe it was an open records request.
Was that an open records request you needed?
No, it was not just the open records request. It was in regards to Stefano Cantu receiving a $10,000 check once he was
Okay,
terminated.
that's not on the agenda, so we can go ahead and put an item on the agenda for the next round. I'll get with the attorney and then we can reach out to her, I believe.
Okay.
So no questions will be answered tonight?
No, we cannot answer any questions. Thank you. Do I have any more citizens' comments? Mr. Brooks? No. Okay. How about the council? Do we have any questions or comments from the council? All right, moving on to public.
I don't know how to approach this.
Is it on the agenda? Oh.
You need to unmute your mic, please.
It's not about an agenda, but when the young lady was speaking, just see me after the meeting or whatever it takes, because, that was a question that I wanted to ask a while back, and I was framed from it. So get with me after the meeting, or get my phone number to call me, and we'll get down to it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to public hearing. Do I have a motion to open public hearing?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to open the public hearing regarding the submission of a grant application to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department.
At 6:06. At 6:07, excuse me. Is that, Dr. Gonzalez? Or who's doing this? Oh, I'm sorry. Motion made by Ms. Mayor Pro Tem Flores. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Cantu. All in favor? Motion passes. Jake, did you vote? 5-4-0 against. And it's 6:07.
Alrighty, good afternoon, Mayor and Council. What you have before you is a notice for public hearing. Parks and Recreation Department would like to proceed with a local parks grant with the Texas Department of Parks and Wildlife. We are looking to leverage $750,000 and apply for this grant to assist us with our pool renovations that we are seeking for the future.
Thank you. Do I have any citizens' comments? The council? Then, do I have a motion to close?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to close.
At 6:08, do I have a second? Motion made by, Ms. Flores, second by Ms. Barrera Cantu, all in favor? Motion passes 5-4-0 against. Moving on to public hearing, an ordinance amending the City of Floresville Code of Ordinance, Title XV, Land Usage, amending Chapter 153 zoning, modifying the regulations for manufactured homes, manufactured home parks, and mobile homes within the city. Do I have a motion to open?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to open the ordinance amending the City of Floresville Code of Ordinances titled 15 Land Usage, amending Chapter 153 zoning, modifying the regulations for manufactured homes, manufactured home parks, and mobile homes within the city.
Do I have a second? Motion made by Ms. Flores, second by Ms. Barrera Cantu, all in favor? Motion passes 5-0. Do I have any questions, comments on this item?
Mayor, open at 6:09.
Yes, thank you. Do I have any?
Good afternoon, council members. So we bring to you today the ordinance for manufactured homes and the designation of the areas to be pleased. We will be September 1st. We had State Bill 758 that will be in place September 1st, allowing mobile homes to be placed in the city limits. Now we have an ordinance that it's zoning our mobile homes, locations, so that's what we're trying to implement today. We present it to our planning and zoning. Now we're beginning to.
Any questions from our citizens? Comments? From our council? Do I have a motion to close?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to go ahead and close the ordinance, amending the City of Floresville Code of Ordinances, Title 15 Land Usage, amending Chapter 153 Zoning.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made by Ms. Flores, second by Mr. Cantu, all in favor? Motion passes 5-4-0 against. Moving on to consent agenda, item A.
Mayor, close at 6:11.
Sorry, thank you. We're closing that at 6:11. Moving on to consent agenda, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve meeting minutes for May 28, 2026. Do you have any corrections or questions on this item? Do I have a motion to approve?
May I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for May 28th, 2026?
Do I have a second? Do I have a second? Motion made by Mr. Felix Cantu, second by Ms. Barrera Cantu, all in favor? Motion passes 5-4-0 against. Item B, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve meeting minutes for June 25th, 2026.
Mayor, I'll make a motion for consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve meeting minutes for June 25th, 2026.
Do I have a second?
I'll second, Mayor.
Motion made by Ms. Flores, second by Mr. Cantu, all in favor? Motion passes 5-4-0 against. New business. Item A, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve the temporary closure of 3rd Street and on July 13th from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. for Alamo Area Council of Governments.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. My name is Joseph Briones. I'm the Mobility Coordinator with Alamo Regional Transit. You may know us as the organization that runs the Connect Floresville route through the city. We're really excited. Hopefully you've seen some of the social media posts and the invitations to invite you all to the official ribbon cutting for the event that we are hoping to host on July 13th at 8:30 a.m. As part of that, we are looking to close the part of 3rd Street temporarily in the morning, right in front of the courthouse, so that we can have a ribbon cutting in conjunction with the Wilson County Commissioners Court that is going to be meeting at 9 a.m. So we are asking if we can temporarily close the street so we can get some good photos, have some speeches, and celebrate this achievement. It is a very exciting time. This is, as of this month, we've done 390 trips in the month of June on this, and that's just in the city of Floresville. So it seems that the city has really rallied behind this project, and hopefully we can get the approval to celebrate this occasion. I'll take any questions.
Thank you, Joseph. Is there any questions from council, from our citizens? With that said, do I have,
I have a question. I mean, it's more for our staff. Have we worked with Mr. Briones for the street closures?
At this moment, no, I do have preliminary of what they were asking and requesting. Tomorrow, we'll coordinate at our staff meeting with staff to make the event happen.
Okay, perfect.
And we do encourage all residents, I did leave a copy of this out in the front foyer. We would love for everybody to come out and celebrate this with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
okay, do I have, a motion?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to make a motion for consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve the temporary closure of Third Street on July 13th from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. for improv.
Do I have a second?
Mayor, I'll second.
Motion made by Ms. Cantu, second by Ms. Flores, all in favor? Motion passes 5-4, 0 against. Moving on to item B. New business can be consideration, discussion, and possible action to adopt resolution 2026-016, authorizing the submission of a Texas Park and Wildlife Local Park Grant Program application and mayor to execute related certifications and assurance. Do I have any, that's, is Dr. Gonzalez?
Hello once again. This is for a resolution for the authorization of the application for TPWD. As I stated earlier, this is for the renovation of the city pool. We currently have $750,000 ready to be leveraged for this grant. And the goal would be to create a more inclusive and adaptable, ADA accessible pool for our community. So the goal would be to put that $750 in for a 1-to-1 match with the, fingers crossed, $1.5 million for renovation to the pool.
That's exciting. Do I have any questions from council or from our citizens?
I do have a question. On the memorandum that's attached, just so that we're clear, so is 500,000 coming from FEDC and the rest is coming from us, or?
So currently, we have $350,000 that was provided to us from FEDC. We're going back in about 5 months for an additional amount. So when we first went, they accepted it for $350 with the understanding that there was an additional cost that we would be going forward for. Aside from that, part of the Parks and Recreation Department and Ms. Cindy can also speak to the remaining balance.
Part of our original bonds, we do have the 500,000 for the filtration, which will be included as part of the resolution.
And, go ahead.
It should also be noted that the request that was prior to the grant and the grant submission. And so they did give us partial funding of our 5-year CIP that we presented. That's what they wanted us to go back, but we also have a joint workshop for budget this Saturday, so this will be one of the topics that we discuss with the FEDC. So hopefully we can make that 5-month request a little bit shorter for this particular project for additional funding.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
With that said, do I have a motion to approve?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution 2026-016, authorizing the submission of a Texas Parks and Wildlife Local Park Grant Program application, and for the mayor herself to execute related certifications and assurances.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Motion made by Ms. Flores, second by Ms. Barrera Cantu. All in favor? Motion passes 5-4-0 against.
Thank you all.
Item C, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve the Children's Alliance Fund's request of $8,000.
Good evening, City and Council. We're the same night, so I'm very happy. My name is Christina Martinez. I am the Program Director of Children's Alliance of South Texas. This is not my first time that I have presented to you guys. And every time I do present, I try to think, what haven't they heard? How can I speak to you guys? I am on the agenda today asking for $8,000, so it's heavy. As a citizen of Floresville myself, I live on First Street. I know that our taxpayers' money needs to be safeguarded. And I believe in council government, and I believe in business, and I believe in the nonprofit sector, and we need to work together. And so I thought about it, and I thought, okay, what y'all need to hear from me? I think y'all need to hear that there are 72 child advocacy centers in Texas, but there are way more than 72 counties in Texas. Floresville is a city that has a child advocacy center. Before, if you do not have a child advocacy center, that means anytime there's an allegation of abuse or neglect, the citizens of Floresville have no services. They do not have forensic interviews, they do not have medical exams, they do not have trauma-based therapy, they do not have advocacy. But Floresville is leading in other cities, such as Corpus, big city, does not have a child advocacy center. Our child advocacy center, just in 10 months, I pulled the 10 months data, has done specifically 60% of its cases in Wilson County. That totals to about 90 cases just in 10 months. Shaking. I'm shaking because I'm passionate. It makes me angry that my daughter goes to school with lots of children being traumatized by sexual abuse and physical abuse. I'm angry that we don't have services, that I'm the only one and that I'm asking for it. But I'm happy because y'all have always chosen to listen to me and to give what y'all can. Last year, y'all generously donated $8,000, and the previous year, y'all donated $5,000. In 10 months, we provided $9,000 worth of trauma-based therapy services for citizens in Floresville. That's just Floresville. We've done a much bigger number if you want me to total in the county. I'm saying that we had 13 children in 10 months from Floresville ISD in the city limits receiving trauma-based therapy because they had the worst of the worst happen to them. That's just one of my programs. I'm not telling you about all the medical exams that we provided for the citizens of Floresville. I'm not telling you about the forensic interview exams. I'm trying to give you a painted picture of what we do with the donations that we receive everywhere. City, businesses, nonprofit. It takes all three to make a thriving community for me to send my daughters to her live it versus Little Parks. And this, I'm going to use the last part of my citizen comment, speaking as Christina Martinez. She loves the peanut bus. She loves the city pool. Please keep making me a city I'm so proud to live in, grow in, go to college in San Antonio, and return back to provide services for right here. And I'll answer any questions you'll have.
First of all, I want to say thank you for doing what you do. I know it takes a lot to do the work that you do. So I really appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of people do as well. Do I have any comments or questions from you?
Comment or questions, actually. Thank you, and again, just to reiterate what the mayor has already said, thank you for what you do. I know it's not for the faint of heart, so thank you. I know it's tough to see it here, especially as mom, so. But I do want to just kind of reiterate what you use the funds for so that our citizens can kind of hear. So basically, I gathered it was trauma-based therapy. Some of the funds go to that. Some of the funds also go towards medical exams, just plain regular medical exams as well.
Rape kids.
Thank you. And then last but not least is forensic exams. Are those different than rape kits?
Forensic interviewing is very interesting. So yes, we are a nonprofit, but in 2020, Governor Abbott said, no child advocacy centers, you are first responders. So what people don't know about child advocacy centers is that it's built into Texas Family Code, which is CPS law. And it's also written into Texas Criminal Code. So when you go to the police academy, you learn criminal code. At any time in the United States that there is an allegation of abuse or neglect, you must seek a third-party, forensically trained individual to speak with these children. It's a whole separate degree field. I can guarantee you, these great officers and law enforcement in general do not join the police force to study child sexual abuse. So my crew comes in with criminal justice degrees and a whole extended year of training in forensic sciences. And it's exactly what it sounds like, the scientific method way of questioning children and asking very non-leading questions about sexual abuse and physical abuse and neglect in the household. It's a very niche field. And that's what I'm saying, is I have to bring in a lot of expensive professionals right here into Floresville to provide these services. You should be kind of happy to know if you ever see us on Trail Street. My team of fantastic women, they live right here in Floresville too, so they are probably all watching me live now and cheering me on, but very niche field. So forensic interviewing services, medical services, which is forensic nurse exams, and in layman's terms, yes, rape kits, trauma-based therapy, and then what I call multidisciplinary team coordination, basically case review, leading law enforcement, prosecutors, CPS in how to address these cases as a team instead of like through one individual lens. My team is also, you'll see us in court a lot because we sit next to the victims and we do have to testify in court as well. So.
Thank you for that. And one last question, I think you might have already mentioned it. The number of, I guess, victims that you've helped in the city of Floresville?
Yeah, I pulled the 10-month data for you. So we run on a fiscal year like you guys. And so in 10 months, so from September 1 to June 30th, it's exactly 13 new cases of child sexual abuse and physical abuse within the city limits. So 13 cases is what we've done in 10 months. The therapy that's taken us up on has been 8 of those cases.
Thank you. That's all for me.
Do I have any more questions or comments from anyone? That said, do I have a motion? Go ahead.
Great work that you do. So in regards to that, I would like to discuss what y'all do with your taxpaying dollars. And with the work that the Children Alliance Center seems to be doing, I think that would have been great to give them that $10,000 instead of to the officer who was reported for having a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old girl.
That's not on the
But it's just
agenda.
in regards to funds.
That's, no.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on, this is, she's asking for that, and,
She's asking for
okay,
funds.
you're not on the agenda.
And I am
So-
referring to the funds.
I said no. Moving on,
Mayor,
go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve the Children's Alliance Funds requesting $8,000.
Do I have a second?
I'll second, Mayor.
Motion made by Ms. Flores, second by Mr. Cantu, all in favor? Motion passes 5-4, 0 against.
Thank you.
Moving on, item D. Consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve ordinance 2026-022, manufactured home ordinance.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council. Okay, we'll be continuing today. According to our manufacturing ordinance. For approval, as I mentioned earlier, we have Senate Bill 75 that allows mobile home placements in city limits. We are going through special permits. Now, with this ordinance, it will allow us to designate different areas for manufactured homes placement only, and not throughout the entire city. This was brought into our planning and zoning board, December 3rd, it was approved anonymously, and then it was brought to you December 11th, it was placed on postpone. And we're bringing it to you again, so that we get an approval for this ordinance for the placement of mobile homes for the designated areas.
Mayor, if I may, in addition to this, at the next agenda item, we will bring, next agenda, We'll bring an item to accept a grant from the General Land Office for revisions to our land use map. The staff was successful in acquiring that grant. This will be part of that land use map development, and so they'll work jointly.
Do you have any questions or comments from anyone?
Mayor, I do have a question.
Go ahead.
So just to be clear, what's brought today on our agenda is just to update the ordinance, right?
That's correct.
And this is the ordinance, it's being updated with state law?
Yes, as per the Senate Bill 76.
Okay, thank you.
And that would be in chapter. Okay, do I have any questions or comments from anyone? Do I have a motion?
Yes, Mayor, I make a motion for consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve ordinance 2026-022, manufactured home ordinance.
I'll second.
Motion made by Mr. Cantu, second by Ms. Flores, all in favor? Motion passes 5-4, 0 against. Moving on to item E. You want us to read that ordinance? No? No? Item E, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve by board quote number B585900 from Ferguson Waterworks for the purchase of fire hydrants in an amount not to exceed $96,000. Public Works.
It's me, I'm representing them today. This is actually for 30 fire hydrants for our hydrant replacement program. We will be replacing throughout the city. There's 30 identified fire hydrants that are 1975 or before. And the parts for replacement on these they're obsolete. We're not able to get parts anymore, so that's the reason.
How old are the fire hydrants, do you know?
It's 1975 and before. The list I have, 1951, 1946, 1955, so they're very old.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
Do I have any citizens' comments or questions? Do I have a motion?
Mayor, I actually have a comment. I just want to ensure that our public is aware. So, I know that the total cost is not to exceed 96,000, but
Right.
I do want to just give the estimated average cost per hydrant. So that's 30 hydrants. And what we have here is 31.97 correct?
Correct.
All right. Just, I mean, I want everyone to know how
So
expensive.
$3,197.
Yes, how expensive
hydrant.
one fire hydrant is, and again, it's for the safety of our community, so I just want to make that clear.
Do I have any more questions?
I have a public comment in regards to the agenda.
This is related to finances, and I'm having to do this because I have basically cried out to City Hall, the police department, the city council. So this is in regards to finances, correct? In taxpayer dollars?
No, ma'am, this is about the hydrant, water hydrant.
And this is what you do with those funds that you probably should put towards hydrants and, like the Children Alliance Center.
Ma'am, if you have anything to say about the water hydrants, please do so.
About the funds for the water hydrants.
I'm sorry,
We can issue a warning that the topic has to be specifically for the expense of fire hydrants, and that's it, only. So this is the warning that we're issuing, this is coming out of, I'm sorry, the mayor has to issue that warning, I'm sorry, thank you for the correction. It has to be directly for the purchase and the procurement of these fire hydrants. Use of funds and other funds is not a part of this agenda item.
only for fire hydrants. Okay. So,
So when should we talk about taxpayer funds and what y'all do with them?
we're gonna have a, go ahead. I'll let you answer.
No, ma'am, as the presiding officer, you can go ahead and provide a warning, and after that, you can have the person removed.
Well, we will have a budget meeting, and all our funds are gonna be out there during our budget meetings. So go ahead.
All the funding that we're doing is gonna be posted on our city website. We have 2 workshops already.
I don't know if that's accurate because
Ma'am, we already gave you a warning, please. I mean, we already told you, put it on the agenda for next time. They already told you that they're gonna do it, please, you know.
thank you guys.
Moving on, do I have a motion for this? Consideration and discussion to approve five board quotes.
I make a motion to approve by board quote number B55900 from Ferguson Waterworks for the purchase of fire hydrants in an amount not to exceed $96,000.
Okay, motion made by Ms. Barrera Cantu. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Flores. All in favor? Motion passes 5-4, against.
Thank you.
Item F, consideration, discussion, and possible action on reconsideration of agenda item 7N from June 25th, 2026, regular council meeting. Consideration, discussion, and possible action to appoint one new member to the Floresville Economic Development Board to include any reappointment of current members, appointments to fill vacancies or replace existing members. Mayor Pro Tem Flores.
Mayor, before I proceed, I'd like to just make a brief statement. The vote that I casted on this item did not reflect my intended position. So for accuracy of the record and proper council action, I requested reconsideration. So with that, I move to reconsider the vote on this item.
Do I have a motion?
That was my motion to reconsider the vote on the item.
Do I have a second?
I'll second, Mayor.
Motion made by Ms. Flores, second by Ms. Cantu Flores, Barrera Cantu. All in
I have
favor?
a question.
Go ahead.
What are we doing here?
She's, she's
Taking out,
reappointing whoever,
I'm not reappointing,
I mean, reconsidering.
yes.
are you taking someone out, or who are you taking out, or what?
Well, that was item 7 from last,
What do we want, because I'm a little confused now, because we have these appointments out of courtesy, or we had a policy. I couldn't understand if we did policy, or courtesy, or what it was, but everyone had a pick, and Mr. Lambert picked Mr. Tejada, and it should have been a courtesy, but I think we voted 3-2 on that, which, no, I'm speaking, Mayor.
okay.
And, my thing is, if she's taking out, Lambert's appointment, is that what you're doing?
Let the lawyer will answer that question.
Mayor, I have a question when I get a chance.
Okay. Go ahead.
Do you want me to answer that question with regard to, is it a courtesy, sir?
Well, my understanding was when we were picking, we had, like, I thought it was a policy, we had, even I think Ms. Flores had prior meetings to that, had okay for us to go by that way. I'm not for sure, I'm asking. So it got kind of confusing. It's just like myself, with my appointment, Ms. Bernadette Herrera resigned. So as courtesy, do I get that courtesy too? I'm asking a few of, persons that I know that wanna be on the FEDC and wanna bring it back. I could appoint them now, but I'm still interviewing them, saying, okay, well, what do you think, or whatever. They still haven't gave me on my appointment, because my appointment resigned. Now, I'm just asking, are we under the policy that we had that courtesy vote, or no?
Okay. There is no courtesy vote for EDC members because the EDC is set up by state statute, and it's the governing board that appoints the board members of the EDC. So each person, each council member selects someone that they would like to appoint, but the council still needs to vote as a government body because of state statute.
I understand that, but if one of the meetings gotta go back on the meetings, and that we knew that the city, manager had kinda stepped the boundaries of saying that these, what the heck are we gonna use? I'm talking right, and that is it, I'm talking here for the people. My understanding.
Answered your question.
No, she hasn't answered my question, I'm still not finished answering. I'm still asking a question.
Yes, sir.
So my thing was, it got confusing because in one of the meetings, we said that we were gonna pick members from the city of Floresville, and we had no right to say that because of the statute of the FEDC saying that we can go actually 10 miles out of Wilson County to still put on these board members. But we had come up with something a while back, prior to you being here, that we could, so we're making rules as we go, and then we go back to the rule. So which one is it?
So, sir, unless it was a policy in writing, it's, again, for the EDC, it cannot be a courtesy vote. It is a vote that the body as a whole needs to agree to for the recommendation that's been made for the appointment from each council member.
So do we go back also and say, okay, we're taking the ones, whoever they appointed, I wanna go back and put it on the agenda next week and say, okay, well, we don't want to, because it is not fair now. Is it fair to me that I put Bernadette, I redid her for 2 more years, but then she called me and says, I want to resign. So they have the opportunity too to say, okay, well, we're not even going to give Mario what he wants, because according to how you're going to vote. Now, is it fair that they picked who they wanted as a council, and then I pick someone, and Lambert picks someone, and then all of a sudden, well, we don't want to do it that way? It is not fair. Now, I understand what you're telling me, by law, they can do as they please, but is it fair that they pick who they wanted, and I gave them the courtesy and said, okay, that's what you want, I vote for it. And now all of a sudden, you want to come back following week, because they fell asleep, and said, okay, 2 said no, and 3 said, oh, now I'm coming back to take out the one we didn't want. You know, that is not fair. That is not right to the citizens of Floresville and all that. Like I say, what are y'all gonna do? I'm asking a question, you don't have to answer. But my member that I appointed resigned. So they can go ahead and put who they want, right? Correct?
No, sir, again, it's my understanding that you would bring another name, another person for
And they say yes or no?
consideration. Correct, sir.
Okay, right now, we're talking about 7 in, we're on the item, agenda is 7 in. No, that's enough. That's enough.
It's not enough.
Okay,
You
do I
think
have,
that is enough?
do I have a motion for this item?
That is not right, you know that's not right.
Sir, again, there
I'm
is a
asking you a
motion.
question, I didn't get the question that I want.
Go ahead,
But she's
Mr.
gonna shut me
Lambert.
up because she wants to.
Mr. Lambert, go ahead.
And you're allowed that.
My question is to legal, how can we rescind a vote or rescind an item when the minutes for the last meeting have already been approved?
Right,
Those
so
minutes-
there is, under Robert's Rules of Order, reconsideration, and you must do it the meeting right after that item was taken up. If someone were to bring this item at the next meeting, then it would not have been allowed. But a reconsideration by the majority, so if someone that voted for the item, then that person, whoever voted for, can bring the item back up for reconsideration. So that is why it's being allowed. And again, the first thing is you vote on reconsideration. If the vote fails, then you don't go on to the next item. But if the vote passes, then you go on to the next item to reconsider that vote again.
Okay, so at this point, this doesn't make any sense to me. What's the point of having this committee when it's just gonna be a loaded council on one side, and they're gonna just have whatever? I can make a recommendation, they can just come back and say no, so it's just, there's no point of having this committee, it's ridiculous. So,
Again,
Mayor, I
it
do
is-
the floor.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Mayor, there is a motion and a second,
Motion made by, I'm sorry, I didn't get,
myself, and
And then-
seconded by Councilwoman
Barrera
Barrera.
Cantu. Okay, motion made by Ms. Flores, second by Barrera Cantu, all in favor? 3, 4, all against? 2, motion passes. 3, 4, 2 against. Moving on to item G, consideration, discussion, and possible action to appoint one new member to the Floresville Economic Board to include any reappointments of current members, appointments to fill vacancies, or replace existing members.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. On the agenda, it does state that one new member, this was prior to the resignation of a former member of the FEBC. So the appointment, it could either be Councilmember Morones' appointment or Councilmember Jake Lambert's appointment to the board at this time. But those recommendations fall under the policy, fall directly under those council members.
Or both. They can put 2 new, tell them 2 while you're at it.
The attorney said it's only listed for one, so I'd have to bring the other one.
No, we'll bring another one back. On the agenda it says for one. So tonight, it could either be Councilmember Morones' pick or Councilmember Lambert's pick. But we can't have both on the agenda this time.
So do you have someone?
I have somebody that I'm working on for the next meeting, but if you're not gonna give me that,
Okay.
you
so
know,
then
it's
it would
up to
be
you.
Mr.
Y'all
Lambert.
go ahead and slam it on
Mr. Lambert, do you have someone?
So I have a question before, is Mr. Daniel Tejada still on EDC at this time, or has he been rescinded since the last item?
Depending if they take Burnham or Tejada, what they're gonna do.
No.
Yeah.
She rescinded her vote, so that means Tejada's out.
The vote has not been rescinded. All the item was to reconsider.
So now we know exactly what the mayor and her council is
Yes.
doing, so that makes sense.
Right, I thought since she rescinded it, that it was automatically out.
She reconsidered it.
No, it's, the first agenda item was to reconsider the vote that was taking place at the last meeting.
And my vote on that item is no.
So then
But we didn't vote on that.
someone needs to vote on that. So you need to make a new motion under,
She's gonna make a vote, she's gonna make a motion for you, Lambert.
On
But
item
isn't the item already passed? We already made a motion on it?
Yeah, that is,
but it's being reconsidered now under 10G.
okay. 10F, is it,
We already went to 10G.
hold on.
So just so we're clear, let me just make sure. So item F was reconsideration for the item 7N from the June 25th regular council meeting. There was a vote to appoint a member. I am reconsidering because my vote was originally yes, I want it to be no. So I made a motion,
So you need to make the motion now
under F as well, or under G? Because if I'm reconsidering my vote and I changed it,
But you didn't change it. First, the item on the agenda is just to reconsider, for all of the council to reconsider.
Okay,
So now, under this item, you can make a motion to not appoint. And so there needs to second that, and then you all can appoint someone else.
got it. Okay. Well, then I will make a motion to, I guess, to not appoint, one member to the Floresville Economic Development Board. Daniel Kahaba.
Mayor, I have a question.
What?
Before the second, is there reasoning why this item was voted as a yes and now it's being rescinded as a no? Is there explanation to that for the people of Floresville?
Can we get a second for discussion purposes?
Well, I have, motion made by Ms. Flores. Do I have a second? Second by Ms. Barrera Cantu. Go ahead. Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Go ahead.
Gotcha. My question still stands.
So then we speak why,
The motion to reconsider is procedural, correct? It doesn't involve debate on the merits of the item.
You're now, so again, now you're on G, and a council member is asking if you have a reason for it. And if you want to provide one, yes. If you don't want to provide one, you
No, I don't want to provide one.
Okay.
Doctor.
all in favor? 3, all against? Lambert? Okay, 2.
I couldn't hear through the microphone, so whatever just happened, I apologize.
Okay, all in favor, and there was 3, all against?
Okay, I'm against.
Okay. 3-2, motion passes. Okay. Moving on to executive session. The
Wait,
city-
is there gonna be an appointed member? Or are we gonna do that next meeting?
Nobody, they didn't put nobody, you just took one out, it's gone.
Okay, alright, we'll come back next meeting.
The agenda item does state to include any reappointments of current members' appointment to fill vacancies and or replace existing members.
Voted.
Do you want to, Councilmember Lambert, do you want to bring this back to the next meeting as well?
Yes, ma'am, yeah, I would like to make my appointment next meeting, thank you.
I make a motion to go into executive session.
The city council will meet in closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071 for purpose of consulting with attorneys. Number 1, law enforcement change, order number 1. And then, do we do A and B together, or?
And Mr. Morales was also wanting, sir, did you want to go into executive session on this item prior to anyone voting for postponement of it?
What?
Prior to
He wants to go to executive session.
Okay, so is
The other one, the other meeting is gone.
Postpone.
Oh, she made a motion on it. You got it? Is that okay?
Yes.
They wanted to appoint someone, but it's gone.
Mayor, I have a question.
Go ahead.
This goes for our city secretary. Miss Evelyn, is there gonna be a separate Zoom link for me, to go into exec with y'all? Or am I gonna stay on this feed?
Yeah, so I clarified with the attorney, one second, she'll answer you.
Councilmember Lambert, what we would need to do is make sure that you are in a secure area. So
Okay,
we, based on, I believe you're at work, are you alone in a room?
yeah, yes, ma'am, my two other employees are in 3 rooms over, and they cannot hear one word I'm saying.
Then we can have you participate in executive session.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and send you another link for that.
Do we do both of them, A and B together, or do we do separate? Do we go in, out, in, and out? The second one would be the city council will meet in closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.074 deliberating about personal matters, and that's the city manager. Okay, the time, do I have a motion? to Go into, Mario made a motion at, 6:55. Do I have a second? Second by Ms. Barrera Cantu at, 6:55. We will go into executive session. All in favor? Motion passes 5-0. 5-4-0.
Miss Evelyn, are you gonna send me a link?
Yeah. Yes, sir, I'm sending it to you right now.
Okay, thank you.